you feel about going into year two and kind of the identity of the team? Do you feel like they have a good identity going into their second year?
I feel good. I think these guys have embraced the offseason really well. Spring practice was productive. Summer training was good. Training camp's been good. You can't predict what's going to happen during the season, but I feel like these guys are ready. I like the leadership. I like the veteran players. I like the new additions that we have. I think they really understand how we want to practice. They want to play it one play at a time, and that needs to show up on Saturday. But yeah, I'm happy with where we're at right now.
What are the main things you're looking to see Saturday?
Offensively, move the ball forward. Defensively, stop the ball. Don't let it move forward. And special teams, let's play a good field position game. And let's play tough. Let's play physical. Let's not commit stupid penalties. Let's make sure that we play one play at a time, and we'll see how it goes.
How refreshing is it that you've now made it to a game week?
Yeah, game weeks are good. I mean, you can feel the buzz a little bit on campus and things like that. I think game weeks, there's a little bit of a different rhythm. It's definitely a different stage, a different feel. The weather's turning a little bit, just from being a little bit cooler. So yeah, it's a great feeling. It's always exciting to start the season. It's a great feeling for all players and coaches, no doubt about it.
How much does change just day to day now that you're coming out of camp and going into a game week mode?
Yeah, I mean, definitely changes. I mean, training camp is night walkthroughs and, longer days. Regular season now is they have class, so we practice in the morning. They go to class in the afternoon. There's not any night obligations. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that are different. It's definitely a different stage.
When you get to this point, obviously you're buttoning things up, but is it a matter of keeping the emotions kind of level so they don't peak too much before Saturday?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's very important to keep preparing. Like, the old phrase, like the hay's in the barn, the hay's never in the barn. You got to keep preparing, watching tape, learning your plays. You got to go to class. You have a lot of obligations in college football, especially here at Boston College. And so, yeah, no, it's important to understand that, keeping your emotions under control and trying to stay as level-headed as you can is very important for these guys as they head into the game, and just continuing that one play at a time. That's a big part of what we're preaching to these guys.
Two guys we haven't asked you much about, Edwin and Quan. What have they done there in starting spots?
Edwin Kolingi, he's had a good camp. He's an improved player. He's done a good job. I wouldn't read too much into starting though. Yep. If he's not out there with the starting group, it could be because it's a different package. Those are just words on a piece of paper. Edwin's done a great job. I'm excited for him. Quan Williams is one of the most improved players here. A very strong guy, interior defensive tackle. I think he's going to have a really good year for us.
Coach, 2 sleeps away from game day. Last, message to fans for Saturday.
Yeah, thanks, Mac. I would say, look, I think we have an exciting team. We have a lot of veteran leadership. We've got some really exciting players at the skill positions. We have, like I always say, we have to go do it. But part of doing it is having a great home field advantage. That's part of it. You go into that stadium in warm-ups and the students are all there. That's a big-time vibe for us. That's a great resource of energy for our football team. And so, I'm just asking the fans to, like I said, be a super fan. Set aside 4.5 hours, get your homework done, especially the students. Be there early, stay late, stay right through, all the way through the end of the game, and support this football team. They love it. They love the fan support.
Bill, you've been in college football a while, and now you're back in college football. This Saturday, Lee Corsos having his final game day. Speaking of game day, what has he meant to college football?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's one of the giants of college football, and it's one of those amazing stories of he was a really good coach, right? Florida State, Indiana, all that. He was a really good coach, but where he really made his mark was making college football so much fun to watch because of the College Game Day show, which that show has just been an incredible. I've been a part of that show at different places that I've been. I mean, the team has, not me personally, but just seeing that show on campus. And he's one of the main guys on that show, picking the big game winner at the end, and his knowledge of football, his energy, the way that he delivers his love of college football, I think it's just going to be irreplaceable. He's been a big part of college football, no doubt about it.
What kind of tone are you trying to set in practice leading up to the season opener?
I mean, we want to set a good tone. We want to set a physical tone. We want to set a tone where we're disciplined, that we basically take one play at a time, you know, that we understand, you know, hey, here's our job on this play, you know, perform that job at our highest level at the best of our ability and then play the next play. That's really important. It's important to have very clean practices. We don't want a lot of mistakes in practice, especially mental errors. We meet, we walk through, and then we go practice it. That's our what we call a progression to execution. So I think it's important for our guys to go out there and know what to do and have as clean a practice as possible. I think today was a good example of that. Pretty good practice today.
How has Lonergan taken the role and run with it?
Lonergan's done a great job. He's the same guy every day. Very consistent guy, whether he was the starter or he was in a quarterback battle. He hasn't changed it a bit. And I think that's a big part of you know, why he is who he is. You know, he's throwing the ball really well. I think he's got some good chemistry for this early part of the season here with the guys that he's throwing to. Again, that has to show up on the game field on Saturday, obviously, but very happy with where Dylan's at right now.
Coach, the special teams, are you able to speak to who kind of won the competition as far as punting and kicking, or just, you know, how that?
Yeah, I think you'd probably see, I think you would probably see Seamus Florio out there as the first punter, although I will tell you that Andy Quinn has done a great job, and you know, he'll be ready to punt if need be on Saturday, and he'll probably punt this year at some point. And then at the place kicking deal, I think you probably would see Luca Lombardo to start us off. And but Liam can do some things. You know, maybe one guy will kick off, one guy will kick field goals. I don't really know that yet. We'll staff meet this afternoon and settle all that. But yeah, those guys. And then Ben Mann will be the long snapper, and we'll kind of go from there.
Appreciate it.
Any final ones here, guys?
Sounds like a good phrase, progression, execution.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That I believe in that. I mean, we teach in the meeting room, then we go walk through it, then we drill it individually, and then we put it together in 11-on-11 or sometimes 7-on-7. That's a big part of it. We put a lot of thought into that. Okay, how are we meeting? How are we walking through? What are we demanding of these guys relative to each stage of that progression to where now you're finally executing on the practice field, which then leads to the game field. I tell these guys every day, great practice habits lead to game reality, but also poor practice habits lead to game reality. So it's important for these guys, and I think they really understand that, and they try to do that for us.